Hi grade 2 students, how are you? Welcome to a new lecture. Today our lecture is about animals. In this lecture we're going to identify ways that animals are alike or different, and we're going to conclude that animals can be alike or different. Now, let's take a look at these animals and let's try to compare these animals to each other. First, let's name each animal. Here we can see a frog, a fish, a rabbit, and a bird. Right? Okay. Now, how does each animal move? The frog. We all know that the frog hops, right? Or jumps. The rabbit also hops. Can the rabbit swim? Can the rabbit fly? No. The fish, of course, we all know that the fish swims and the bird flies. So now we took a look at these animals and how each animal moves. Now let's take a look at some ways animals are different and alike. Here we have a frog, a fish, a bird, and a rabbit. Okay, number 1. What body parts help each animal move? What do you think? The frog and the rabbit have legs, so their legs help them move. The fish have fins and tail, so their fins and tail help them move. The bird has wings that help them to fly. Okay? Let's move on to number 2. What covers the body of each animal? The frog's body is covered with moist skin or wet skin. Okay, so the frog has moist skin. The rabbit has fur. The fish has scales, and the bird has feathers. I will repeat. The frog has moist skin. The rabbit is covered with fur. The fish has scales, and the bird has feathers. Let's move on to number 3. Where does each animal live? I'll tell you. Frogs live in ponds. Rabbits live in the forest. Fish lives in the sea. And birds live in the forest also. Number 4. How are all these animals similar to each other? Or how are these animals alike? What do you think? I think that they are all animals. Yes, they are all animals and they share the same needs. They need water, they need food, and they need shelter. Number 5. How is the rabbit similar to the bird? I'll tell you. The rabbit and the bird can move on land. We all know that the bird can move on land, right? And the rabbit as well. So both can move on land. Number 6. How is the bird different from the other animals? What do you think? I think that the bird can fly and has feathers. Don't you think? Yes, of course. The bird can fly and has feathers. Number 7. How is the fish different from the other animals? The fish can swim. Can the bird swim? No. So how is the fish different from the other animals? It can swim. Number 8. How is the rabbit different from the other animals? It hops or jumps and it has fur covering its body. Now let's fill this table together. We're going to fill it with some ways animals are different. We can see a monkey or a gorilla. Where does it live? It lives in the forest. What does it eat? It eats fruits, for example, bananas. What covers its body? Its body is covered with fur. What body parts help it move? Its arms and legs. Now let's move on to the cat. This is a cat. Where does it live? It lives in the forest or farm. What does it eat? It eats mice and fish. Mice is the plural of mouse. Okay. What covers its body? Its body is covered with fur. What body parts help it move? Its legs. Now here we can see a lizard. Where does it live? It lives in the forest. What does it eat? It eats insects. What covers its body? Its body is covered with scales. And what body parts help it move? Its legs. Here we have a panda. A panda lives in the forest. It eats bamboo. Its body is covered with fur. And its legs help it to move. So what body parts help it move? Its legs. Here we have a ladybug. A ladybug lives in the forest. What does it eat? It eats insects. And what covers its body is covered with exoskeleton. When I say exoskeleton, is the hard outer layer that covers and supports its body. So now, what body parts help it move? Its legs and wings. Now, if I asked what animals live in the forest, the monkey, lizard, panda, and the ladybug, right? How are the monkey, cat, and panda alike? They all have fur. What animals use legs to move? They all use their legs to move. Which animals eat insects? The lizard and the ladybug, right? Thank you so much for listening, and don't forget to join the Zoom sessions. I love you.